Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this is the big review of the year. This is Avengers Endgame. The big, huge, giant culmination of every single Marvel film we've had. All 22 films including this one, 11 years. The whole Infinity Stone saga with Thanos all comes to a head in this film. And do they knock it out of the park? Yes, 100% yes they do it. There's going to be no spoilers for Endgame in this. I'm not going to spoil any of the big plot points or any of the big secrets or anything that they've kept very well hidden. The trailers do not give anything away. You could comb through these trailers 100 times and have no idea of what is going to happen in this film or any of the big surprises that is coming. So I'm not going to spoil it. I will reference Infinity War because that film's been out for a year now, so if you haven't seen it, I'm going to reference that film, but you probably have seen it by now. It's like the biggest film of all time. So where are our Avengers? They are in a bad way. Obviously, at the end of Infinity War, Thanos won. He got all the Infinity Stones, clicked his fingers. Half the galaxy is gone. So we pick up where our Avengers left off from that film, and they're all in different places, mentally as well as obviously actually physically. And it was interesting seeing how each character reacted to that event. I really liked sort of the character build up in this because the first sort of hour and a bit of this film is very much sort of character setup, it's character building, it's how they've all reacted. They've all reacted in various ways. Some have kind of just taken it as this is what's happened, we need to move on. Some of them are trying to avenge it. Some of them are kind of blaming themselves. So there's all various reactions to what has happened. So we kind of we go through each character's feelings and emotions of this event and where they are at now. So that was kind of good. Again, the first hour is a little kind of slow. It builds, but it's not boring. Slow sounds make it sound bad. It's not. It's really interesting. It's really interesting to see those characters. The film is 3 hours long. It's a long film, so you need to kind of manage your water intake a little bit, but it doesn't feel long. Like it feels about as long as Infinity War. Just there's some obviously extra padding in there. There were probably maybe one or two scenes you could probably take out of there, which I think are only in there to really explain something that's going on, which you could have done with a line or two of dialogue. But overall, it never feels boring. It just, again, starts off slow, builds up a little bit. Once we kind of kick into the second act of the film and the real sort of plan to reverse everything kind of takes place, then it picks up the speed, and then that's where we kind of really kick into the story. Yeah, we get it's what I do like about this film as well. We get much more character focused, where obviously half the character base is now gone. Obviously, we're only left with a core group of Avengers, so we get much more sort of time to spend with them and their sort of roles in the film. Obviously, we get the introduction again of Ant-Man and Hawkeye, who were not in Infinity War at all, but they are in this. They're in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. So yeah, see their roles and have them now a part of this team now. The trailers don't spoil anything either. There is so much in this film that's not in those trailers. It is unreal. You could comb through those trailers and every little tidbit they've put out to the public with a clip here or there or a little 30-second snippet, and there is so much of this film that's not on show. It's crazy, and I really appreciate that because it means you can kind of geek out and watch trailers and come up with theories. Some people might have got it right, but the vast majority won't get it right, and it's just, I think it's very, very clever marketing on behalf of Disney and Marvel and everyone. Yeah, there is a moment in this film, kind of comes in the third act towards the end, where if you don't almost audibly let out a little smile and a giggle, then I think you might be dead inside, because there is just pure comic book movie magic sprinkled all over the film, especially towards the end. There's just a moment when you will just fill up with so much joy and happiness, and just, even if you're not massively on board with all the Marvel films, or if you've only seen a couple of them, there's just this huge moment where you just think, just the screen will just take over your life, and you're just like, this is amazing. It'll just throw so much goodness at you. Again, I don't want to spoil it, but it's definitely worth a watch. So, is it a satisfying conclusion? As I said before, yes, 100% it is. This really wraps up really well in terms of the whole Infinity Stone saga, from when we first got them introduced with the Tesseract right up till now when we get the final conclusion. 100% worth a watch. There is a lot of emotional roller coaster in this film as well. There's some very sad moments. There's some, like I said, there's some huge happy moments. The humour in this isn't as much as Infinity War. There's There are some sort of funny quips and stuff, as you would expect to a lot of these characters, but Infinity War seemed to be more quippy, but this one it is there, and the humour doesn't always land. Sometimes it is a little misplaced, but that's a minor gripe on what is a fantastic conclusion to this saga, and it's 100% definitely worth a watch. If you do see it, obviously, please don't spoil it for anyone, because there's so many surprises in this that you won't want to know I'm going in. It's nice when you sit there and the surprise happens to you on the screen, because you get that sort of initial emotional hit, which is definitely way worth it. So if you do see it, please don't spoil it for anybody. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time. Bye.